The Minecraft Spring to Life drop is here for Java Edition version 1.21.5, and I already have 5 seeds here for you to choose from. I tried to add in a little variety here and get some of the new features, so hopefully you find a seed here for while you explore this new update. Let's see what I have today. I think there's really no better way for me to start showing 1.21.5 seeds than to share a mountain circle seed. I mean, these always look beautiful, and no matter how much I personally like these seeds, this one specifically has the biomes that will allow me to talk about some things in the new update too. Along with the grove and forest peaks, we get a dark forest, a birch forest, a super tiny taiga, a forest, a couple of small meadows, and a pale garden. You'll also find this big ravine leading to a cave, and this lush cave opening too, and there's also some more pale gardens outside of the mountain circle. Of course, my favorite part of this seed is the lake. Something about a lake in the middle of a mountain circle is just awesome. I always love the look of it. The update is going to be very noticeable in this seed. When walking around the trees all around, you'll notice the falling leaf particles, which I think add some great immersion to the forest type biomes. I think they really do look great. Fallen trees have finally made their way to Java Edition 2. Honestly, probably my favorite part of this little update. Adding in the leaf litter that can be found in certain biomes, and all of it makes forest biomes feel so much better. And since we are here near the mountains, I just want to mention that there's a new cold variant of chickens, cows, and pigs. I like the little haircut that the chickens have. Down underneath the mountains, you can find this ancient city, so this gives you something to explore or work towards, and it connects to a mineshaft too. This just looks really cool with the skulk around it. But this isn't all, because there's another ancient city under the mountains. So if you like ancient cities, well, you have 2 choices here. So there's a seed that I just think is beautiful and has some of the new features right around spawn. I spawned into this world looking directly at a Badlands cave area. This spot looks absolutely incredible with the underground lakes and that mine shaft. I mean, the waterfalls in here just look awesome, and I really love the look of that mine shaft. I can't get over how this spot looks over here near the surface. I think that dark oak of the mesa mine shafts is really cool, and the way they hang down from the mesa looks great too. Getting some cave spider spawners here is pretty great too, and over here going down to this big cave area is fantastic. But the seed gets pretty great out here too. This is a pretty big Badlands biome, and the wooded Badlands being around here is great for survival mode. You can find some leaf litter here too. And really, this is a perfect seed to build a stereotypical Wild West mesa build. Over near spawn, we have a village. It just has a few buildings, but it looks pretty awesome being on the hillsides like that. I should also say that I play and record on Java Edition. Seeds on Java Edition and Bedrock Edition have similar terrain, but structures are in different places. So for this seed, for example, you will find the village on Java Edition, but not on Bedrock. I really wanted to show a Badlands seed for the additions in the spring drop. That includes this new dry grass, which is both short and tall. And over here in the desert, you can see the new cactus flower. The new warm versions of the cow, chicken, and pig would be in these biomes too. I also gotta say the new spawn eggs are pretty cool, but may take some time to get used to. So there's a lot to like about the new additions to the Badlands, and this seed is a great place to find them, while also getting a village near spawn, and that awesome mineshaft area too. If you're looking for a more basic Minecraft seed, I think this is a solid option. I just have this big plains biome here. It's not the flattest plains, but there's so much building space, so that's awesome. And there's the blacksmith village right at spawn. Of course, the beauty of having the blacksmith is that we get a chance at some decent starter loot. There's also a few armorer houses in the village with the blast furnaces inside, and there's a mason's house too, which has the stone cutter. Of course, we also get the farm here too. So there's lots of really useful things in this village to help start off in survival. Along with the village, there's a ruined portal over here. I'll never complain about finding another structure. And I found a lodestone in the chest, which is new to ruined portal chest in this update. There's also some other cool areas around the plains, like that Dripstone area over there. And off in the distance, you can see another village. There's also a pillager outpost over near the ruined portal too. But I think my favorite thing about this seed is actually that there's this big cave opening over here. It leads down to a big, expansive dripstone cave. Looks pretty cool. And since this spawn is in a plains biome, I must mention that we get the new bushes throughout the biome too, so that's one more spring to life feature. They can be used in a composter with a 30% chance at adding a layer, they can be obtained with shears, and using bone meal on them will generate more bushes. So with all of that, I say if you're looking for a simple Minecraft seed, this is a really excellent option. I wanted to show this seed because there's a mangrove swamp near spawn. That's not something I normally look for necessarily, but there's something I want to talk about in there. I'll get to that in a second though. Let's first look at this spawn village. There's actually a bunch of buildings in this village. I counted 24 in total. That includes a Fletcher's house, the newer version of the temple, 2 armorer houses, and 2 blacksmiths, so double the chance at some blacksmith loot. Right here, there's a little cave opening that leads down to a pretty big cave system to explore. But my favorite part of this village is this shipwreck here. It's buried and the front is sticking out the hillside with the back poking through here. If I break this piece of sand, there's a chest. You can dig around to find the other chests that you can see now with me in spectator mode. Just to know, I'm going to create a tutorial for my channel members on how I found this seed on Qbomb's Viewer and give them a download. If you're able and want to help me out a bit more, you can become a member today by clicking the join button. But honestly, subscribing, liking, and commenting on this video really helped me out too. I really appreciate all the support given to me. Anyway, across the ocean, we can find this villager outpost. It has an iron golem cage and 2 alley cages. It's also near this mini Badlands here, which is mostly just red sand. But it also has this big lush cave opening. No matter how long they've been in the game now, I still get pretty excited about finding a lush cave. Alright, let's finally get to that mangrove swamp now. Along as within regular swamps, near rivers, and rarely in all types of badlands, you can find these firefly bushes in mangrove swamps. When it's dark, firefly particles appear around the bush up to 5 blocks away. And I really like this. Aside from the fallen trees, this is probably my favorite thing added. I'm all in on particles like these and falling leaves. So I may not focus on finding mangrove swamps too often, but these firefly bushes made me look for one. And I think that double blacksmith and shipwreck village at spawn really makes this one worth checking out. It wouldn't be one of my videos unless I showed something at least a little bit crazy, so here we are. The spawn of this seed is in this area with a meadow, birch forest, and forest. There's actually a lot of biomes around spawn, like the jungle over there and the pill garden over there. And over here, there's some savanna and plains areas too, which could be decent for a base if you want lower elevation flat areas for building. But believe it or not, the true reason for ultimately showing this seed is the birch forest and meadow biome. And that's specifically because there's a new flower that generates in these biomes. That would be these wildflowers here. These are great because these can be placed in 4 different stages on one block. Just a great little option for decorating an area. I think they're a nice addition to birch forest too. And now meadows have a lot of white and yellow, but that's okay. Alright, let's get to that mansion and outpost now. I recorded my cinematic shots in 1.21.4 for this video because world generation is mostly the same. But you can see here, one big change to Minecraft 1.21.5 is that pale gardens now take up even more of the dark forest space. So this is what the area looked like in 1.21.4, and this is what the area looks like here in 1.21.5. In one of my recent videos, I mentioned I want to look for more outpost and mansion seeds, so that's what I did here. The outpost really looks like it's a tower added onto the corner of this mansion. This really is one of my new favorite things to find in Minecraft. But my true favorite thing is survival island seeds, and you can find some of those in the video on the left. And on the right, YouTube is going to give you something it thinks you will like. Thanks for watching, I'm out of here, see ya.